Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. I have an extremely negative article about silver talking about how it's just as worthless as Bitcoin. It makes no sense. It's just gold's little brother, and it's a scam. It's a straight up scam. It's a worthless scam. So, on that note, when I was reading through this article, I wanted to share it because I just want to talk about the different perspectives that people have. Now, we're all subject to our own opinion, but you gotta share context, right? This guy not only says the gold to silver ratio is the original Nigerian email scam, he says silver, like money, is fundamentally more akin to a cryptocurrency than it is to gold. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. Have you ever heard of intrinsic value? Have you ever heard of supply and demand, or silver's many uses in technology? Bitcoin has no use in the everyday world. It's based off of speculation because it's made out of thin air. Silver is used in 5G technology. It's the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity and electricity. No other metal performs the way that silver does. So how could you compare those and say it's more like cryptocurrency than it is to gold? Well, let's hear what he has to say. I'm not going to get mad at this guy. I'm not going to spread hate. I just want to hear what he has to say, and let's try to see what points he makes and see, the other side of the fence. If you do enjoy this video, make sure to smash that like button. If you love precious metals, hit that like button. Everyone, go like the video right now. Let's see if we can get 200 likes on this video. I know we can reach that. So anyways, let's jump into it. Silver is only a good form of money if gold is the only reserve currency. The GSR, or gold to silver ratio, is the original Nigerian email scam. Silver, like money, is fundamentally more akin to a cryptocurrency than it is to gold. So, not going to say I agree, but let's see what he has to say. The silver bugs have been buzzing lately, louder than in 2011 from where I sit. So he's saying that silver, people like you and I are buzzing louder today than in 2011 when silver was $50. $12 silver was generational buying opportunity. It was officially the third most used 6-word phrase on Twitter through 2 weeks of May. Kidding, kind of. Silver's a small market. I don't know what he's talking about. Silver market's much smaller than I think people realize. It can be influenced, and the prices move off of a whale. One person can dump their silver on an exchange and change the price. But anyways, regardless, silver has been on a tear lately, and a lot of hot money is flying around the precious metal sector. If only silver were really a precious metal. Huh? Is silver not a precious metal? Please put your pitchforks down. I'm not selling anything, nor am I the reason silver hasn't made lows yet this year. For those without a keen metallurgic understanding, gold is like the Earth's muscle, while silver is its mucus. Silver forms rapidly and abundantly compared to gold. There's only 16 times more silver than there is to gold. That's all. Silver supply is wildly beyond the belief of anyone sucked into the bullion coin shortage trap. Toilet paper hoarding, shiny edition of 2020. Supply chains, Premiums are normalizing and physical silver prices have gone down over the last 2 months, while the SLV has gone up by almost 50%. The Hunt brothers created the same situation in 1980, and pseudo-historians, myself included collectively in 2011. So first off, how is silver not a precious metal? It's the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity and electricity. Keyword is metal. Silver is an industrial metal. Silver is not much more abundant than gold is. It comes out of the ground around 8-1 compared to gold. So why is the ratio still over 100-1? Silver, the people's money. Which people? You and I. People like you and I, everyone watching these videos. For the vast majority of recorded human history, rich people have had slaves. For the vast majority of recorded human history, rich people have saved gold in abundance and not silver. So how come, dating back to ancient times, the gold to silver ratio was 2.5 parts silver equals 1 part gold? Silver was seen as magical back in the day because it could purify water. They thought it was magical metal. How else would those with all the gold keep that from changing? Silver was an industrial form of money, and there may come another time when it is again. That time is at least decades away and possibly dozens. Its value is entirely industrial and prior demand is not coming back. We are entering a deflationary period and silver is not used as money. It makes better silverware than aluminum. Granted, still, you can't sell a greater fool during a recession. Silver was imposed as money at a time when gold was effectively the only other money. At ratios intended to create an illusion of value, 6 to 1 or 10 to 1, now 100 to 1, implies both correlation and discount when comparing silver to gold. For those who have never owned or pursued gold, these ratios are a great trick. For anyone who has, they are either worth ignoring or using as a speculation gauge to time the market, as silver, once more, is not a precious metal. I still don't get what he means by that. Do you? I mean, I get what he's trying to say, that it's not a precious metal, it's an industrial metal. It's used for the industry side, not as money. And silver is more of an asset than a commodity. Gold is used more for jewelry, more for coinage, necklaces, earrings, stuff like that. Silver is used more for technology, space equipment, laptops, cell phones, electric vehicles, photovoltaic cells and cameras, solar panels, dental alloys, so many different things. Gold is used more for stuff that can be recycled and re-scrapped. A lot of silver is lost. But anyways, he goes on to say, I've bought and sold gold and silver for over 10 years now. At first, silver seemed a logical and potentially more rewarding choice. After a year or two, I realized I liked silver for the fundamental reasons to own gold. The price of silver, or if you prefer historically low ratio, had me for a while. As a scrap buyer, I see at least 1,000 ounces of silver for every 1 ounce of gold for sale. This is especially astonishing since silver is generally not worth melting or refining at current prices. The supply is endless visually and economically. Gold ages like wine and silver like milk. This guy really hates silver. Silver is only a decent form of money in a world where gold is the primary form of money. In this digital age, however, silver might be one of the few investment vehicles that actually make less sense than cryptos. He's saying silver makes less sense than cryptos. I don't get it. Like, this guy has a deeper agenda. He has a resentment for there's other reasons why this guy is so negative about silver. It's not just because the logical side of it. Silver makes more sense than this. There's something that something happened to this guy, right? Something happened to why he has such a large resentment against silver. There has to be. You can't just not like silver this deeply just because. But anyways, so silver was more financially divisible than gold, but is not more so than the dollar. Tethered or not, central banks are way ahead in the digital money game, making cryptos an equally bad hodl. Cryptos and silver trade in the near lockstep and will likely lose their illusory status as good forms of money together in the near future. QQ, BTC, GDX, and SLV are the clear leaders of the speculative fervor, and SLV is lacking greatest both fundamentally and technically, but hey, a horrible chart makes for irresistible GSR value. The business climate has not been this bad in most people's investing lifetimes. If central banks buy silver, I'll consider doing the same. Until then, I'm happy to sell my silver for $20 per ounce today after buying it for $10 per ounce yesterday and buy the SLV puts with profits. So, wow. I don't even know where to start. You know what? I'm going to pass the question to you. What do you think about all this? What do you think about all this? What do you think about this guy? Do you think he's making good points, or do you think it's all out of context, or do you think there's some sarcasm in this? It's almost like he's being sarcastic to some. I've never heard of this guy. Usually I can recognize people on Kitco and Seeking Alpha and these other places that that bring information, but I've never heard of this guy. There's a reason why, obviously, but is silver really a con? Is silver really a scam? I don't think so. There are so many things that give silver the light of day, that bring potential. I can't even put it all in one video. It makes sense. But, like he says, there's no way to tell what the future holds. All we can do is look at history, and if history is any indicator, it's showing higher gold and silver prices, right? Silver is more volatile. It hits higher highs and lower lows. It's like gold on steroids. So if gold's going to explode, silver's going to explode even more. If gold's going to crash, silver's going to crash even more. So that's where risk is involved, but I still don't see where this guy is headed. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. It's not consistent. It just doesn't make sense. So anyways, I wanted to share this video with you just to get some other perspectives and to share this because I thought it was pretty funny. I'm curious what you think about it. If you did enjoy this video, if you thought it was educational, informational, or at least just entertaining, make sure to smash the like button. Let's see if this video can get 200 likes. Everyone go like the video right now if you love precious metals. Thanks for tuning in. The link to this article will be in the description. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.